Hey guys, well earlier today I saw the newest Carrie movie, the Carrie remake, and so I thought I'd share my thoughts on the Carrie remake. But before I begin that, I'm sure you're wondering what I thought of the other Carrie movies made over the years, so I'll just say what I thought of those first. Now the original Carrie movie that came out back in 1976 that starred Sissy Spacek, Nancy Allen, PJ Souls, Amy Irving, and John Travolta. Like that one was a really good movie. It was a classic, overall like the best Carrie movie made. And there was also a what I thought was an underrated, but it was also unnecessary sequel called The Rage Carrie 2. I mean, personally, I did like that movie, but I mean, I gotta face it, it was unnecessary. It didn't need to be made. And there was also another Carrie remake that was a made-for-TV movie made back in 2002 that starred Angela Bettis, who is known for May and Toolbox Murders, the remake of Toolbox Murders. Like those two movies were good, but Carrie remake that one was pretty bad. I mean, although I do give it just a little bit credit though because it was closer to the book than the 1976 version. And also, Angela Bettis was good in the role, but it was overall a bad movie, though. So, oh, so despite it being closer to the book and Angela Bettis being good, but not as good as Sissy Spacek, but it was overall pretty bad, disappointing. And so that being said, now I'm just gonna share my thoughts on the Carrie remake, the newest Carrie remake. So, like this one stars Chloe Grace Moretz, who we know from the Kick-Ass movies and Let Me In. What else was she in? 500 Days of Summer, the remake of the Amityville Horror. And I thought she actually did a pretty good job playing Carrie in this. I mean, she was definitely the best in the movie. And there was also Julianne Moore who plays her mother in this one. She was also pretty good too, but she's overall a good actress. I mean, she's an Oscar-worthy actress, so she was good. But this movie, it was basically sort of like just a remake to the 1976 version. Although there was changes here and there, so it's not like a shot-for-shot remake. Because you can tell it was modernized though, and I know there's gonna be people who are gonna criticize it for that because I actually believe that Carrie's supposed to be set in the 70s because I mean I've read the Stephen King novel back in high school in a science fiction class, so but I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't 100% remember the book 100%. I mean I remember some things a little here and there, but I don't remember it in its entirety. But I believe that the novel is set in the 70s because that's when the book came out. Like it came out in the early 70s, so I think that's set in the 70s. But this one is set in modern days. It's maybe 2012, 2013 because we saw characters that had cell phones that had cameras like iPhones. There was also we saw laptops and YouTube. And we also saw a gas station that had today's prices. Yeah, so it's so you can tell that it's 2012, 2013. And so this movie follows basically the same storyline, of course, though, from the Stephen King novel and from the 1976 movie. So Carrie's a shy, quiet girl who's gets bullied, picked on by everyone in school, and has a very strong religious mother who abuses her and throws her in the closet, makes her pray, until one day she finds out that she has telekinesis powers, and so around the time when the prom comes along, she gets picked on. She one day gets her period in gym class, and she gets picked on by the girls in her gym class until one day her teacher sticks up for her, and she punishes them by doing exercises, like physical exercises in class. And if you don't follow those rules, you'll miss prom. And like the characters, like one obviously Chris and Sue, like since they were the ones that picked on Carrie, like Sue feels really bad for doing that, but Chris on the other hand doesn't. So like she gets kicked out of prom, but she wants revenge though because like she just blames Carrie and like the gym teachers for this whole thing. So she like plans this whole thing to humiliate Carrie. Yeah, so it follows the same basic premise for that part, and also Sue, since she like felt bad for teasing Carrie, throwing tampons at her along with Chris and the other girls in gym class, and so she lets her boyfriend Tommy take Carrie to prom, and she just decides just to miss it, stay home until one day Chris and her boyfriend Billy, they of course kill a pig and take its blood and set up the blood buckets. And I mean I know you probably think I'm spoiling the movie, but you should actually know by watching the original movie, and also they give it away in the trailer anyway as well. And so like they set the trap and get that bucket of pig blood poured on Carrie, and then all hell breaks loose right there. At that point, she basically causes the whole prom massacre. Yeah, so it's basically the same story. Nothing really new though, which a little bit of a letdown. Like also like it didn't want. I shouldn't really say it didn't really follow the book. I mean, because it was sort of like a remake to the 1976 version, like with changes here and there, like I just mentioned before. But I have a feeling that they did film things that were right out of the book, because I did see this one little girl that played the young Carrie that's listed on IMDb. There's this little girl that says young Carrie, but there was no young Carrie in this movie. So like, and I think I know what it is, because in the book, I remember there was a scene where young Carrie makes it rain rocks. And so like that was also in the 2002 remake as well. So I think maybe they did film that, but just had to cut it out due to like the length of the movie. But I think it will be like maybe on deleted scenes, or maybe an unrated version on Blu-ray when it comes out. Excuse me. But I mean, like, but for one thing, despite this being not too close to the book, like the 1976 movie. I mean, it did have things from the book here and there. I mean, like it did follow the book, but there was things changed here and there. But one thing what did have that was an improvement over the other remake was good special effects, good gore effects, good CGI. Because the CGI in the 2002 remake, that one was the CGI in it was awful, man. It was pretty low budget looking, just very cartoony looking. Like just wasn't good. And the way Carrie gets her revenge on the people who picked on her was pretty brutal, pretty gory, and the way she gets her revenge on Chris and Billy, man, like that was epic. I mean, it got me like all pumped when I saw that. I mean, I just wish though that it was like a little closer to the book, because like there wasn't. I mean, like I'm not really complaining that it's that it didn't 100% follow the book, but I felt they could have like they didn't need to like make it too much like the 1976 movie, because like that's what I just kept thinking when I saw this movie. Just kept thinking that. So like wish they didn't make it as close like to that one. Like they could have just made it closer to the book. Like they had this opportunity to do that, but didn't take it. But it will probably be different when it comes out on Blu-ray. Like maybe there will be like alternate scenes and whatnot. I just hope so. And like, I'm not too sure if they'll make a sequel like what they did with the other one, but I kind of hope not because, like, like I said, the sequel was unnecessary despite I actually liked it. But maybe they should just leave this as is, one movie, right out of here, just one movie. It was good. Like, Chloe Grace Moretz was good, Julianne Moore was good, the special effects were good. Everyone else's acting was pretty good, but it weren't great though. Like Chloe Grace Moretz was the best one in this movie. Her acting was the best in the movie. Julianne Moore was good, but like there was times I felt she was over the top. So like so Chloe Grace Moretz was the best one in the movie. So I actually thought this movie was good overall, but not great. Like it's not as good as the original 1976 version, but it was better than the 2002 remake, and it was better than the underrated but unfortunately unnecessary sequel, The Rage Carrie 2. So it's a better Carrie movie overall, not the best, but it's definitely a better one and definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of Carrie. If you're a fan of the Stephen King novel, I would say it's worth seeing. So go check it out. And I think that about wraps it all up. Okay, see you guys.